This is the Aldora Devlog. Let us begin. Okay, so when it comes towards today, I decided to get started on what I talked about yesterday, and that was start working on the Talendar quest givers updates and everything. So that being said, let's just actually show you in the actual game what I've actually done. Now, overall, it doesn't seem that impressive. Well, yeah, basically, the quest the quest giver, if you walk near him, his name will pop up with his sub name underneath. You go to speak to him and you'll be able to see his quests. That is something that I did do yesterday, and it works a bit more smoother than the if we go over towards this guy, the traded goods, Kieran, and see that. Well, I applied the same thing, however I've got it a bit more static onto this character. So if we jump out of everything, I can actually show you literally what I've done. So there's my name, there's my sub name. We go in towards the graph, and upon load it will get the name and the sub name. And then I made up the values for has a quest, which would be yellow, and no quest, which would be white. And if there's a quest available, it should turn yellow, and white if not. However, I've also made little functions for showing and hiding the UI, hence why I've been able to do it that way, because when it comes towards constructing this, the Talendar quest giver has the ability to actually just flick it on and off. So when we create the widget upon load, we just save it as a variable and then we can control it through here. That means that if I can control it through this widget here, that means I can change the outcomes through that. So therefore, when you begin overlap on the actual character, so if we go into towards the viewport, you run into towards this sphere, his name will pop up. When you leave it, it will pop not show. Very simple mechanic in order to do in Unreal, very simple. However, I wanted to play around with the widget to make sure it actually works, and it works perfectly. Now I did it all on widget, as I then can control like things like the colors and hiding and showing just easier. It's a bit more easy to do it through that than everything else, than a conventional way that is usually done. However, when it comes towards hiding a quest or all that is currently what I'm working on right now. I kind of ran out of time before work yesterday, and I want to just get the quests to change their colors depending on whether there's a quest or not. So I need to double check the character inside of this, which actually has the quest giver component, and to check if there is a quest inside of that. So does he have a quest? Well, does the quest giver have a quest? The answer will be yes, he does, and through that I can find out if it has the cut off the head, we'll say that, then we can go from there with everything else. So it will check whether he has a quest on here. If it's nothing, if it's already been completed, then it will not show up yellow, it will show up white instead. So that quest giver does not have a quest anymore. You can clearly see that when their name titles are yellow, definitely they have a quest for you to take. Now I did think about the exclamation mark and everything. I may add that a bit later on, but however at this moment in time I just want to get that base functionality just for the nameplates, and then we'll go from there with everything. It's mainly just figuring that out at this moment in time and just getting all those little things done just to make the game feel a bit more whole and everything. So at this moment in time, everyone is called Kieran. Well, all of the quest givers are called Kieran at this moment. And if we jump out of there, jump onto our mount, run over towards these guys, and you can see that they are all called Kieran. But at the end of the day, I did make them modulable. So then when you actually go over towards the specific quest giver, I can open this up and then immediately start changing the names inside of this and make sure that they have a particular way in order to do it. So when it comes towards that specific quest giver, I can then change the names of what they are in the character on hand, and then once I've done that, It just makes it a bit more streamlined, a bit more easier in order to play around with in editor, so then I can rename them easily, and it's basically a drag and drop for a quest giver. And I'll probably be doing the same with the way they look, the armor pieces and everything, which is basically the case over the next few days. So that being said, that's pretty much everything for today. It was just an update on the quest giver UI. So that being said, have an awesome one, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.